Famed for its cafe culture, Parisians enjoying their Friday evening were sitting ducks for the terrorists.
We vreesden een terroristische aanval en dat is gebeurd. Hebben terroristen moord gepleegd.
A terrible white weapon. The truck built up speed, collecting its first victims, then bulldozed into the packed crowd.
12 people are confirmed dead after a sped-up truck plowed into a crowded Christmas market taking place at Breitscheidplatz, a major public square in Berlin on Monday evening local time.
Captured on camera, bullets fly off passing cars as the attacker approaches the Rainer nightclub. His victims had all gone there to celebrate the new year. Their loved ones have little to say.
A terrorist. It can be everyone. It can be you. It can be you. It's just what it has to do with the ideas that you have in your head, where you act on, and it's not physical image of you have to wear a beard or have to have a specific skin color. When I think about ISIS, it's just I think it's barbaric.
I think a beard, dark hair, but it's a bit difficult because very many people have that disappearance but are not a terrorist, so it's kind of tricky to say. They want to scare everybody so they can rule in their own way.
I don't really have a clear view about how they would look like, but yeah, when you look in the media and stuff, you see like people that are a bit more, well, dark.
I think everyone has a clear picture in mind, but nobody really wants to talk about it, so it can be everyone and everywhere, but most of the time you have a bearded man in your imagination with.
But that's stereotyping. I mean, it has been like a lot of news where you can obviously see a person with no beard, no different clothes than mine or to a friend of ours, and you can't actually recognize it. I don't think that stereotyping is the right thing to do. But it's a group of terrorists basically who have the aim to I don't know, to ruin the world in a way, or to take some of the areas which thought it's theirs.
Well, that's hard to tell because you can't really know if somebody is a terrorist or yes or no. So I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that also.
It could be anybody, basically. It could be anybody. ISIS is an extreme group that uses Islam as a kind of excuse, I think, to cause some terrorist attacks. They do it in the name of Islam, which doesn't even represent the Islam. That's what I think.
They offend the Islam in a way that the Islam doesn't deserve.
I don't think there's a stereotype of it. Anyone can do it. I know they have some terrorists and, well, they do a lot of bad stuff.
No, it's like it depends on the person, but usually what I see as an image in my head is normally like someone from Middle Eastern type of areas, because but it's something that is being rather common nowadays. We see in the media a lot. So
the mindset of a terrorist, maybe that it's someone who is an extremist in a way and supports extreme outlooks on the world and tries to enforce them. But I don't really have a physical idea of what a terrorist looks like, because I think anyone could be a terrorist in that sense. I know it stands for Islamic State, and I know that they try to enforce the radical idea of Islam on the people around them, but on everyone around them, even the people that technically are from the same religion, but really we know that Islamic extremists are not acting upon the ideas of Islam or being a Muslim.
Most of the time you hear they're Muslim extremists. So, yeah, Middle East looking from the same place that they come from, mostly. So, North Africa, more those type of people.
At that time, we were having talks with with Jews and Christians. It was like a small organization, so we can talk about each other's religion, what's happening in the world, and how can we improve for at least in Groningen the communication between all three biggest religions in the world, and. In one of those talks, Charlie Hebdo, the attack on Charlie Hebdo was just a week after a week before the meeting we had, and they were okay. You have to distance yourself from the attack, and you have to do this, and have to do that. I was like, what? And the mayor of Groningen was also sitting in the room. So they looked at me. I was also wearing this, and all Muslims wear this, of course. So they were looking at me with the beard and the typical Muslim guy. Okay, you have to distance yourself. No, I was like, no, I'm not going to distance myself. Yeah, why not? So you agree with what happened? I said, no, I'm not agreeing with what happened, but it was not me that did the attack. My religion doesn't tells us to attack innocent people. My religion is not a person, so my religion cannot kill. So from what do I have to distance myself? From the person? I don't know even the person, so I don't even know his name again, but I was like, okay, I'm not doing it. So the mayor stood up, he said, why are you asking Muslims to distance themselves from something other people do in the name of the religion that does not even propagate killing? Why should they distance themselves? Otherwise you, that was a Jew, of course, a rabbi, you have to distance yourself from the violence that has taken place in Gaza and in the places there in Palestine. I'm not doing that. Okay, well, why are you asking Muslims to do it?
Stop the violence, use your brain, and try to let whatever happened long time ago. Just it's the past, and just think about the future. Then, I think if you just look at the amount of Muslim people that are now living and the amount of Muslims that are that they are officially being terrorists or they're in terrorist organization, they are not even like if you look it up, it's not even 0.003% of all Muslims. So I think this is the only thing that people should know, that only 0.003 of Muslims are being terrorists, but then it's being generalized to all Muslims, and I think this is quite not fair for the Muslims. Yeah. So.
إن الله قوي عزيز ومجالدة أعداء الله ووفقهم ومكنهم لتحقيق غايتهم وإن أردتم موعود الله فجاهدوا في سبيل الله.
أقول لأمريكا إن الخلافة الإسلامية قامت وبإذن الله لن تتوقف. يا جبناء إن كنتم رجال فنحن على الأرض، فلا تأتون بالطائرات من دون طيار، فأتوا بجنودكم الذين مرغنا أنوفهم في العراق وبإذن الله سوف نمرق أنوفهم بكل مكان، وإن شاء الله بالبيت الأبيض سوف نرفع على راية لا إله إلا الله.
أحب أن أصير بدولة الإسلام في العراق والشام وأقاتل معهم لأنهم يحبون أن يقاتلون المرتدين والكفار.
When someone does something in the name of religion, we first have to look at the religion itself. Does it actually say kill without a reason? No, it says don't kill an innocent person. However, we Muslims, like I said before, also have a big responsibility to Muslims themselves to inform people about the religion. When youth get a different idea than the mainstream, how did they come to this conclusion within Islam? What books are they reading? Are they getting from like the Quran and the Sunnah? Sunnah is the way of life from the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace and blessings be upon him. Are they taking it from the sources themselves, or are they taking from people that are just telling stuff and trying to get people for the holy battle?
I believe that there are some kind of things that were written, like their Islamic sayings or sayings of the Prophet of Muhammad that have been written, that the Prophet Muhammad has said, but I believe that they have not been said but by the Prophet. And almost all the violent things that you can find there, they're coming from these sources. But like, I had a time where I looked really deep into these kind of things, and I came to a conclusion where there are a lot of, like, because the sayings of Prophet Muhammad, they were written 200 years after his death, and in the time in the middle, they were just going through by people. And I believe that there were some people at that time that they took the advantage of saying that the Prophet Muhammad said things, but just for them to have benefits of that. It's either political or whatever.
We try to invite churches, synagogues, people from the synagogues, of course, and they try to invite us. And sometimes we go there, talk about the religion, explain what is our religion, and they will come here, explain their religion, and that's something we try to motivate also within the youth.
It was like by time it was changing, the Islam was changing, and then some people said, okay, like we can't do this anymore. We have to look at what the people were doing 1,400 years ago, you know. And this is, I think, a big mistake, because like I think religion by time changes. I believe that it should change, because there are some rules that 1,400 years ago, if it was applicable there, it's not applicable right now, because it's 1,400 years later.
And also in Islam it says "Lakum dinukum waliya din," which means for you your religion, for me it's my religion, and therefore we have to respect each other.